Well, it's Saturday, and you know what that means? It's time to jam with Jiao, sure. So we are steadily moving through this calendar cycle, the 24 solar periods. And we left off going into Xiǎo Mǎn, which is the seeds of the summer crops begin to become plump but are not yet ripe. And this is all located in the same locale, which is southern China. And as we wrap those longitudinal and latitudinal selections around the globe, we can see how this energy can affect each and every one of us, and we can prepare and shape our lifestyle to become a part of the global manifestation. So, as we move into Shaman, we now can move forward through the solar cycles and get prepared for the next part of the solar cycle, which starts on June 5th, and that is Mangosteen, and that's when the wheat becomes ripe and the summer planting starts. Remember, all of this is in southern China. So as we started with summer at Lisha, then now we're at in between May 20th and June 4th, which is Xiǎo Mǎn. Then we have coming up the third part of the first part of summer, which is Mangosteen. So as we begin to experience the warmer weather and things begin to heat up, we can now get ready and get our bodies ready for the change. So as we're in Xiǎo Mǎn, and then we start going into Mangosteen, you'll see the color variations change. That is us getting warmer and warmer and warmer. So what should we do for that as the pores begin to be more open, the circulation begins to move better, and the body begins to now change? So as we move into that particular change, we now can move into a different aspect of the weather. So that's why we take a look at our highs and our lows. So right now we are in May and May 25th, but as we can see the trend from May 5th to May 25th over the last 20 days, we can see the trend is getting warmer from 81 to 93 here in Orlando. And in Abu Dhabi, it's getting even warmer, which is 90s and getting closer to the 100 mark. So as we are experiencing those warmer temperatures, what does our body do to now change? It actually opens the pores, prepares to perspire to keep us cool. Circulation gets better. Everything starts to get better. So at the highs during the height of the day, we are warmer, but the lows at night, you can see still we're having a lower type of experience. However, but in the summertime, it's still pretty warm out, even at night. So we start in Orlando at 67 20 days ago, and we end up at 73 at night, which is pretty significantly warm for most people, because like most people in Montreal, they have a 35 temperature at night, which is still close to freezing. But now, tonight, their expected lows will be at 48. So it's even starting to warm up a little bit at night for folks in Montreal. And in Abu Dhabi, it's going to be 87 tonight. So going from 99 to 87, that's all pretty warm. So we can take advantage of that warmth by making sure that we are always getting the body prepared for that four energy alignment, that sunlight, oxygen, and water, and then support the body's function with food. So as we look through southern China, we can see that our northern latitudes reveal the energetic expression of the planet from 29 degrees northern latitude all the way up to 31 degrees northern latitude is the same as southern China, and moving through Brunswick, Georgia, St. Augustine, Florida, DeLand, and just below that 29th parallel is Orlando. So you'll start to see a lot of the same weather patterns because we're all on the same grid, the same latitudinal grid, the same grid as Cairo, the same grid as Punjab, the same grid as Sichuan, Wuhan, Ningbo, Changsha, all of those areas, you start to experience the same energetic expression, and now you can start to make changes. And even so, in the northern latitudes, where it is Xi'an, Beijing, and we see how the planet adjusts if you're in Charlotte or Albuquerque, or Philadelphia or Denver, or Minneapolis or Portland. So as you begin to see that as long as we match everything up and we're experiencing those particular issues, whether it be warmer weather or cooler weather, we can always adapt. So now where are we in the solar cycles? We're still in the second phase out of the 6 phases of the solar cycle. So we're just really starting to warm up. And as we get to the height of it, you'll see in the minor heat and in the major heat, which is a part of the cycle. So now that we have that background information, now we need to know our body type. So are we a yang body type or we are a yin body type? So the yang body types, we recommend mangosteen, and the yin body types, we recommend cantaloupe. So we've done mangosteen before, and I always think that mangosteen's a strange looking fruit. It has that hard husk, but inside that fruit is pretty yummy. So if you are a yang type, you would enjoy the properties and the facilitation of quenching the thirst. Quenching the thirst because mangosteen naturally helps produce fluids, and so it can clear heat, we say, detoxify, and quench thirst. So anything, any fruit that stimulates your different fluidic type of processes like this saliva, or like the heart, or like the sebaceous gland, sweat glands, any of those things that will start that process for you is helpful for you to make transitions during the time frame that we're talking about. What time frame? We're now in the second phase of the solar cycle. So now if you're a yang type, you know to do mangosteen. If you are a yin type, then now we can do what? Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe. And cantaloupe is a very versatile fruit as well because it can also clear heat, it can quench thirst, just like the mangosteen, but it is actually a faster producer of fluids, especially to relieve summer heat. Summer heat. And summer heat is typically the one that's hotter and more humid so that it affects you more. So now, as we add this particular fruit to our diet, see if your body starts to calm down more. You have more focus, you have more ability to move or navigate through your particular landscape with ease. Okay? It also does what? Eases urination. So if you have any urinary calculi that is um, in your particular experience. So, for example, if you are a person who can produce stones, which sometimes people have kidney stones, or they have other types of stones like gallbladder stones, then this will actually facilitate the body's ability to alleviate that and ease it, unblock it. So starting with that, you can just do, and it's very mild. So when we're talking about food therapy or any type of food, it's very mild. It's not like Western medicine. But if you start this is also good afterwards, where it will help with prevention. Prevention. So as we move forward into our respective solar cycles, let's remember that we are going to now change our particular body by introducing the appropriate type of fruit and the appropriate type of time frame, and then those two will allow us to get the beneficial results of moving into the solar cycle with ease. Remember, we have small wins and we have big wins. So if you're doing this day by day and doing our morning workout, doing our Jammin with Jiao sure every 2 weeks, your body should be prepared for the upcoming events and you won't feel the transitional change too much. So let's see if we can move into our favorite section, which is now the Q&A. Okay, it looks like we have no submissions of questions this week. So if you have any questions, feel free to go to our Facebook group and we can discuss any of your type of questions about the body type system or the navigating nutrition information or any other information. But then you can submit it here and then I'll do the response on the Jammin with Jiao Sure sessions. I am Jiao Sure, and I will see you all next time. And don't forget, I am also back into private practice again, and we have 2 locations, Cocoa Beach, Florida, and Daytona Beach, Florida. So if you want to get more intimate with your particular experience with the body type system, and you'll start to see how we incorporate different therapies with your body type. If you're having any challenges, we no longer do the online 6 consults. You can see me in person or virtually through the practice name is Affordable Asian Medicine. Again, I'm Jiao Sure, and I will see you next time.